3 months ago, AI wiped out nearly $70 billion from the Indian IT valuations. Investors really panicked. Analysts predicted doom. LinkedIn gurus and Instagram gyanis declared the end of software services. And every second headline in the media screamed the same thing. Like, AI will replace programmers, outsourcing is dead, Indian IT is finished, blah blah blah. But fast forward to today, something absolutely bizarre is happening. The very AI companies that were supposed to replace Indian IT are now hiring consultants, partnering with system integrators, and building deployment teams. In other words, the villain walked into the movie promising to destroy the hero, and now he's asking the hero for directions. So what changed? And why are OpenAI and Anthropic suddenly validating the very industry that they were expected to disrupt? Let's find out. Hi guys, welcome to Software Life. I'm Seshidhar and I have close to 20 years of experience in the IT industry. For the last 2 years, the technology industry has been selling a dream that AI will replace developers completely. Investors really loved the story because nothing excites investors more than hearing reduced cost and increased profits. It's like telling a child that there is an unlimited ice cream for him. Then what happens? Logic immediately leaves the room. And honestly, the AI fear looked justified really. Tools like Cloud Code, Cursor, and GitHub Copilot became incredibly powerful. Developers were producing work faster. Companies started experimenting aggressively. Suddenly, every CEO was asking the same question. If AI can write software, why do we need so many software engineers? Fair question. But then reality arrived. It sent huge invoices as AI billing. For example, let's take Europe. European banks have discovered something this year, that the cost of running AI is not the cost of buying AI. Those are completely two different things. Buying AI is easy. Deploying AI is very hard. It's like buying a gym membership and expecting six-pack abs, right? The purchase is simple, but the implementation is where life becomes painful. What started as a pilot spending measured in thousands of dollars has become operational spending measured in millions of dollars. Every compliance check, every research query, every customer interaction, every risk analysis, everything costs tokens. And tokens cost money. Lots of money. Companies in fact loved the productivity until they saw the monthly bill. Earlier, people were asking, can AI do this? But now it changed to, can we afford AI doing this every single day? That's a much tougher question. European regulators are now asking banks a very uncomfortable question. What happens if your AI provider goes down tomorrow? Think about it. Customer support freezes, research slows down, compliance check stops, internal decision making becomes slower. Actually, people are suddenly forced to do things manually again, which in many large organizations is considered a humanitarian crisis. The data belongs to the bank, but the reasoning layer doesn't. And that dependency is making regulators nervous. Because dependency on software is one thing, dependency on intelligence is something entirely different. And while regulators are becoming concerned, the AI labs themselves are discovering something equally important. Before I tell you what it is, here is something interesting. Sam Altman, who is the CEO of OpenAI, appears to be rethinking some of the industry's earlier predictions. Speaking at a Commonwealth Bank of Australia conference, he said he no longer believes AI will cause the massive job losses, which many people feared. In fact, he openly admitted that some of his earlier predictions about AI replacing humans were wrong. Now personally, I've been saying this for quite some time. Many of these dramatic predictions were likely to be part of the PR strategy to attract investments into the AI sector. And to be fair, it worked brilliantly for OpenAI and Anthropic. Because nothing opens investor wallets faster than telling them a technology that's about to replace millions of workers. The headlines were sensational. The AI companies' valuations exploded. And the funding poured in. But the reality, as usual, turned out to be a little more complicated. Altman also emphasized something very, very important. That AI cannot easily replace the human side of work. Because people still value judgment, trust, communication, relationships, and personal interaction. In fact, despite being one of the biggest users and promoters of AI on the planet, Altman himself admitted that he cannot imagine outsourcing important personal interaction entirely to AI. And that is a crucial distinction. Because replacing a task is easy, but replacing a human relationship is hard. Replacing a spreadsheet formula is easy. Replacing trust is hard. Replacing a piece of code is easy. Replacing accountability is hard. And that realization is changing the conversation now. The question is no longer will AI replace humans? No. Now the question is becoming, how do humans and AI work together to create better outcomes? And that shift changes everything now. And now comes the part, what AI companies are discovering. Well, the very company OpenAI is actually building implementation teams now. Anthropic is building deployment initiatives. Consulting companies are becoming strategic partners to them. Enterprise customers are actively asking for deployment services. Why? Because the best AI model in the world does not deploy itself. You can build smartest model ever created. You can spend billions on GPUs. You can train it on half the internet. But when a bank wants to use it, someone still needs to integrate it, secure it, govern it, monitor it, audit it, maintain it. On top of all this, they need to convince 30 different stakeholders that nothing will explode. This is where Indian IT becomes relevant again. Because Indian IT was never just about writing only code. Of course, writing code is part of it, no one denies it. But the real expertise was understanding the large organizations, legacy systems, compliance requirements, business processes, change management, internal politics, and so on. And all these things are exactly what enterprises need right now. Because deploying AI inside a regulated bank is not like installing an app on your phone. It's more like changing an aeroplane engine while plane is flying. Because everything must improve, and at the same time, nothing can break. And that's exactly why organizations now increasingly need experienced implementation partners who understand regulation, risk, and complex environment to ensure how to make technology work in the real world. Now let's be very clear. The threat hasn't disappeared yet. Traditional work is slowly disappearing, no doubt about it. Like basic coding, documentation, testing, routine support, etc. is disappearing. On top of that, a lot of repetitive work is being automated. And some of those jobs are not coming back too. Because we must accept this fact. Pretending otherwise helps nobody. We need to realize that AI is changing the economics of labor. Along with that, something else is also happening. That the work is moving up the stack. Like instead of writing code, people orchestrate AI agents. Instead of maintaining software, people govern AI systems. Instead of selling headcount, companies sell outcomes. Look at what Indian IT companies are doing right now. TCS recently became Mistral's first global systems integrator partner for Mistral Forge. Wipro expanded its agentic AI initiatives. HCL Tech crossed hundreds of millions in AI-related revenue. And Infosys continues to deepening partnerships with OpenAI and Anthropic. Accenture, Cognizant, Deloitte, everybody is building AI deployment businesses. Notice the pattern. Nobody is talking about replacing humans anymore. They are talking about implementation, integration, transformation, governance, deployment. I can say the conversation has evolved very well now. Because every company across the globe needs AI right now. But they also need compliance, security, sovereignty, governance, etc. too. And they need all of it working inside existing their systems. That combination is very, very difficult. And the good news here is Indian IT has spent decades building those capabilities perfectly. Which is why several Indian IT companies are already forecasting stronger growth opportunities in 2026. In other words, the market is changing and Indian IT is also changing along with that. If you observe this, the last 6 months have established two things very clearly. Number one, AI is permanently changing software development. Some jobs will disappear, some skills will become less valuable, and some business models will also struggle. That reality should be accepted now. And second, the services layer is not at all disappearing. In many ways, it is becoming more and more important now. Because enterprises are not just buying AI, they are buying outcomes. And outcomes requires, as I said, deployment, integration, governance, compliance, most importantly, the trust. The very things AI labs themselves are now investing heavily in. That's the irony. So, the companies that were expected to bypass the services industry are increasingly validating its importance now. Not through marketing or speeches, but through their own hiring decisions and business strategies. Right now, I would say the panic phase may be ending and the execution phase is just beginning. Of course, execution has always been where Indian IT performs really, really well. So what do you think now? Is Indian IT successfully adopting to the AI era? Or any bigger disruptions are still ahead? Let me know in the comment section. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And also, there is a new feature in YouTube called Hype. It's like you're recommending this video to others on YouTube. So please hype it. Because everyone else is chasing AI headlines, we will focus on understanding what they actually mean. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in another interesting and insightful video. Bye. Bye for now.